Hey y'all, it's Mami Wata and I am back. Thank you for your support. I truly appreciate you subscribing to all of my platforms. Mama be knowing. Yeah, Mama do be knowing now. Mami Wata be knowing. Mami Wata Tarot, Naya be knowing, and I be knowing TV, okay? Let's talk about this next download. Let's talk about it. There's some USPS workers that's been getting caught up here lately, okay? And for one of y'all were friends with a postal worker and you had a P.O. box at her location where she worked at. You moved. This was years ago when you had a P.O. box at this location. You moved, you did a change of address, but this hoe really didn't like you. And something came through, some sort of contract, some sort of offer was mailed to your old address. And it somehow got pushed through despite you forwarding your mail. And she pretended to be you, 111. She took this contract and responded. It was something regarding your intellectual property. And she gave these people permission to use it. And they paid her. They sent that money right to your old P.O. box or another address she provided them with. Clarify, Holy Spirit, she in trouble. She in trouble now because you never received compensation for these people using your intellectual property. They created a number of projects, I'm hearing, using something that was copyrighted by you. But I'm telling you, your old address was attached to it and they reached out to you, but she responded. She stole your identity. Somehow they wired her the money and everything, baby. I'm telling you now. And they done caught up with this postal worker for stealing your identity and pretending to be you, giving various, whoever this entity is, they got various things up under their umbrella. It's various projects that certain parts of your intellectual property was used to develop. I'm telling you. And they just found out that it wasn't you who gave them permission to do it. You don't even know nothing about this. But your work is prevalent throughout their work. That's what I'm hearing. If you knew the specific projects and you watched these projects I'm hearing, you would recognize elements of your intellectual property that were used. Clarify, Holy Spirit, please and thank you. I'm telling you now, they are someone you can trust. That's what those people thought. They thought that she was you. They were doing things electronically and through the mail. They never met with her. They assumed that she was you. This woman know you, and she know you personally too, because it's something about her getting your information, like your date of birth and social, from somebody who is related to you, and she created some sort of accounts in your names as well to get this money. That's what, look, but you spiritually protected. It's some ops in your family. It's some ops in your family I'm hearing that are related to this postal worker. Clarify, Holy Spirit. I'm telling you now. Grandmother. Look at this shit. Somehow, this person who you was cool with, this how you gonna know who I'm talking about, whoever you are. Y'all were cool because you thought it was some sort of mutual familial relation, possibly related through y'all grandmother, through your grandmother or her grandmother. Y'all are not related directly, but y'all got some of the same relatives, some of the same cousins I'm hearing. Okay, but you divine. And I don't know why she thought she was going to pull this off, because I'm hearing that same grandmother energy. That may be the familial connection. That's one of your ancestors. And she done seen how this relative, as well as this postal worker, has stolen your intellectual property. Clarify, please, and thank you. Like this grandma that she claiming allegiance or some sort of connection to through you, that grandma don't fuck with her or that relative that she used. Get back to basics, and that's why things are being snatched from her, starting with that job, that federal job she got. This one finna be indicted too. These people finna press charges against her for stealing your identity. They wired her money, the funds to use your intellectual property. That was a crime, receiving them funds in your name. I'm telling you, out in LA, somebody in entertainment contacted you to use your intellectual property, something that you had created. And she pretended to be you, and she responded to these folks. I'm going to say it again. And they sent her money, thinking that they had permission to use your work. And they done found out the truth. They know this woman is not you. They know you didn't say, you can use my intellectual property. Do the right thing. And somebody from this entity, or either someone up under the umbrella of this entity, they done reported this postal worker for what she been doing. When they realized that this was not you, they had been working with, it wasn't even really working with for a long-term extent. It was a cut and dry deal that she did. But something has transpired now where they need further permission, and she couldn't give it. And that's when they realized that it wasn't you. Because you over here acting like ain't nobody from LA giving you some major money for your intellectual property. You have no idea what's been happening. That's what these people out there on the West Coast know too. That wasn't you. You off doing what you supposed to do in another direction. But this hoe had a key to your P.O. box. I am telling you, her ass is going in for this. Okay? Because these people out west, they want to press criminal charges. They want to press criminal charges because I feel like they was about to develop something new. And they reached back out to her thinking it was you, wanting you to come out west to be possibly in the room when something was produced, created, or developed because of the success they had from using your intellectual property in the past. But she couldn't pop up and pretend to be you. And I'm telling y'all, this hoe was out here acting like she was your doppelganger. I'm telling you now. They asked for you to come out to LA to work with them directly. But she a fucking karmic ass, hoe ass, bitch ass energy. And I'm noticing a pattern that these the ones who seem to get hired on these federal jobs. These no good ass bitches. I keep picking up on them for years. It's too many of them in the mix that have government, federal appointed positions that are karmics. Who is electing them? Who is hiring them? Who is giving them all of these powers and permissions? Because they ain't right. This one been stealing. This ain't the first thing she done stole through that post office. You better know it. But they're coming to that conclusion. Because, see, she thought you was out of the picture. That you wasn't going to find out what she done and what she was getting. I don't know. I don't think this was like a one payment thing. And it's something like they came back to her. Maybe they gave her payments over a certain quarter of time. Like she got multiple payments wired to her and then it was done. Okay, that's the contract she agreed to that they offered. They wanted to be able to use your intellectual property how they wanted to, and they offered you a very lump sum, and I'm hearing it was spread out over a quarter period of time. So possibly 3 months, and then that was it. And they ain't been fucking with you because they had plenty of intellectual property they was using, but they needed some new content. So that's why they came back, honey, and they wanted to get it from you directly, like actually have you come in and create in front of them, so to speak. She couldn't do that. And she never thought these people would come back and say, hey, we need more of what you have to offer. She thought she was going to be able to keep this a secret because it was done digitally. So she refused them. Because this is another form of abundance, to be able to get an offer like this, to work with people directly, to use your creativity and your gifts and talents and develop something firsthand with others. Okay? But you got a karmic ass family member who also helped this woman steal your identity, boo, and your grandma has been doing a number on both of them. I'm hearing it's your first cousin. Your first cousin is related to this postal worker who stole your identity, and your first cousin gave this postal worker, who is also possibly their cousin, your personal confidential information so that she could set up this account so that they could wire her that money. I promise you that. And they've been exposed. They've been exposed now. Because whoever is up under this LA umbrella, when they could not get her to comply, her response was very karmic for who you are. Because, see, they be watching you. And you be dancing in your divinity like no one is watching you too. So based upon how you present yourself, these people knew that you would want an opportunity to show your creativity to the world. Okay? How you act on whatever platform you operating on and within, that's not how she responded to them. That's what made this person think, hold up, was that even the person in Mami Wata collective that we was working with from the beginning? And vacation. Because based upon what you say, being flown out to LA to work with creative entities to develop projects that will be seen as a form of entertainment, that's a vacation for somebody like you. That's a dream come true. Okay? They offered to fly you out there, baby. Y'all can't make it up now. They offered to fly you out west, and you snubbed them after they had already did some major business with you. So they thought. And that's when it's a feminine who knew that wasn't you. And they start investigating who and what over it. Because you act like you was over it when they contacted you. But online, you act like you are ready to express yourself in various ways through various divine entities. These people ain't crooked that I'm picking up on. They develop good projects. And whatever they used from your intellectual property, it took off in entertainment. I'm telling you right now, I'm telling you, if you knew the specific projects and you watched them, I heard that specifically, you would pick up strong traces of your intellectual property. Like certain things you wrote, even I'm hearing, they used those specific phrases in some of these stories and works they develop. Girl, I am telling you, this hoe is in trouble for what she did to you. Because now they got some legal ramifications they got to deal with, because all of this stuff was developed off of your intellectual property, and you wasn't the one who gave them permission. Somebody wasn't doing their job thoroughly a few years ago. They was definitely on some analog energy, and this hoe was on some digital energy. They should have had her ass. No, I take that back. They was on some digital energy, and they should have been on some analog energy, meaning met with you directly, got you to sign with your wet signature on that contract that they sent through some sort of DocuSign or something like that. I'm telling you, that's what they did. Now, see, what I'm hearing, though, thank you, Holy Spirit, for clarity, is that this was during COVID. That's how she got away with it, too, because people wasn't moving around People weren't meeting directly. People were doing a lot of business digitally. You could do all kind of shit online through COVID. That's why the scamming picked up. So she did this to you during COVID. That's why they didn't follow through more thoroughly with making sure it was you. They couldn't. But they still had to keep that entertainment going. People was home streaming. That's what I'm hearing. Wow. This is crazy. I'm telling you, what you wrote, what you journaled, whatever it is, it's copyrighted and people know about it. And they paid you for your permission to use it, but you didn't know that they paid you for your permission to use your intellectual property. And it's a hoe that's in some major trouble. She worked for the post office, very fucking cryptic, because I'm telling you, when they asked you, could we bring you out west to work with us, you responded in a very cryptic way. And they was like, we know that ain't divine being. We know that's not this person who we have been watching over the years since she allowed us to use her intellectual property. She would not have refused this good luck and blessings that we've extended to her. That don't even make sense, but that was that karmic. And that's when the police got involved. That's when the justice system got involved. They just entered the frame, because I'm telling you, they reported her ass and that bank that she received that wire transfer to. Because, see, that means it's somebody else who let her go through that knew that wasn't you. Unless she did something online during COVID, opened up a bank account or some shit. That's what it's kind of given to. But still, somebody didn't completely verify things like they should have. Even if you are doing something digitally, they have you verify your identity all the time online. You have to upload an ID and do a video or a portrait of your face right then. 1717. They got proof that it's something about her doing that. It's something about her. This hoe ain't no good. She had a fake ID of you. That's what I just heard. It's something about her actually doing that through a bank. Letting her face be seen. And it went through, child. Clarify what I'm getting, Holy Spirit. I'm telling you now. Study. Whatever analysis, photo analysis or whatever it was, it went through. She showed her face pretending to be you at some bank. Whether it was digitally or she walked into that bank directly, and they didn't study the footage. They didn't studied transcribe. Look, they got all of the evidence they need on this one. She being indicted. She may have already been indicted. She's definitely been fired for stealing your identity, divine feminine. And whoever this is in your family, for some reason, it could be one of them parentals of yours who helped this person. I heard cousin. I'm telling you, this is like a first or second cousin. If it ain't a parent, it's something about parenting here. It's something about however you grew up compared to this other cousin, and they pissed about it. And when they cousin came up to them with this idea, because they got some of the money too, I'm hearing. They may be being implicated in this down the line if they're not already, this other relative. But they were upset about your life. So maybe your parents was together and this cousin's parents was not. Something like that going on here. They was jealous of your upbringing. So when this postal worker came to them with this idea, they decided they was going to get back at you. But this is some sort of federal case here. I just seen something. This is a federal case because she used the post office to do it. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Listen to understand. Something that she said and did impersonating you. Maybe they talked to her on the phone even. And somebody recorded the phone call. They got transcripts of evidence of this woman pretending to be you, working with these people, interacting with them through email or something, possibly on the phone too, and they know it wasn't you. So now the issue is we need to get in touch with the real person in Mami Wata's collective and see if she's going to be willing to sign a contract so all of these projects we created won't have to be pulled, won't have to be compromised. Like, these people not trying to do no sleuth shit behind your back and act like this ain't happened. Black. You black. You a black woman. Okay? And they don't want it to get out that they stole a black woman's intellectual property. It's something like, you know what happened to that black lady who wrote The Matrix? And how they stole her story from her? But they ended up having to come back and pay her millions, baby. I'm telling you now, something like that going on here. They don't want that type of problem. 2112. So they're trying to handle it correctly. This postal worker who stole your identity, she got some sort of connection to bikers too. I really feel like it was a little small conspiracy where you used to live at, where you come from, because you moved from there years ago. Years ago she did this, I'm telling you, during COVID. But it's some sort of small conspiracy in that community that was going on against you. Yes, they were trying to test you. It's something about a biker here too, who was also in jerk behavior to you, but he is affiliated with this postal worker. They got some sort of connection. And he may have had a connection to you too. So she wanted to hurt you. I'm telling you, you and her were cool. You didn't know that she was connected to this jerk energy. But that's what these hoes will do. They'll be all up in your face, in your house, eating chips and dip and drinking wine with you and all. Listen to you talk about your business, talk about that man that they know they behind the scenes fucking and think you don't know it. Okay? And it's something like that. You've had interactions with this hoe. Y'all are cool. Y'all have hung out and done things. That's what I'm hearing. You wouldn't believe that she had turned on you like this, but she going to jail for it. That's what I'm hearing. This one might have to do time. It's that much money. It's that extensive of a crime. And these people out in LA not finna let this go because it's a lot of intellectual property they've developed that's at risk now because of what she did. Millions of dollars, 5% just hit the thing. We finna wrap this up too because it ain't much else to say. Just know it was a terrible, grave miscarriage of justice that occurred with this postal worker. And she didn't ever think it was going to come back, but it did. It then came back with a vengeance because your family knows about this relative who helped her do this. Like the word is out. The word is out. Final card, final message. That is life. That's what's going to happen though. You ain't finna be able to keep doing certain things to certain people and believe in your mind, body, soul, and spirit that you're going to get away with it. But she did, and she learning different. She learning that that's not what is going to happen because, look, military out here now, this is a federal crime. They might be coming to pick her up. I don't know, but it's something about the military with this. Yo, I don't know how much money they offered you, but it was significant. I ain't gonna say millions, but it was well past six figures. In the mid six figures, I'm hearing. That's why they broke it over some sort of quarterly payment. I keep hearing. They broke up the money. It was so much that they gave her. What about this? Maybe she got some ties to the military. This girl, that's probably how she got that post office job. But if she got ties to the military and she worked for the post office and she going down for fraud and theft, wire fraud, whatever military credits, ranking, ribbons, or whatever she got, they finna be taken from her. Clarify, Holy Spirit, please and thank you. Serenity. There's a form of peace of mind that she had because of her military connection. This one may have been in the military briefly, out in the Midwest. She might have went to the military when right out of high school or some shit. Did a few years in the military and retired early or something like that. Got an honorable discharge. But they may be taking that honorable discharge away from her. I'm telling you what I'm hearing now. Anything else, Holy Spirit? Fuck them all. Because that's what it's like. All this stuff is being stripped from her. Her job, some sort of military connection. Because of the federal charges she's now carrying. And it's like, oh, nobody don't got my back. Nobody is supporting me through this. No, bitch, because they got proof of what you did. No, they're not going to sit up and act like this was cool and that you shouldn't be held responsible for it. That's her energy now. Anything else, I'm telling you, that's what I just heard. Yellow. It is lame of her. And I be getting that, boy, and I'm going to keep saying it. I keep getting that lame energy sometimes off this yellow card. It is lame of her to think that the federal government or the military is going to have her back after what she done got caught up doing. That's who coming at her. I'm telling you, this hoe is in some sort of military trouble type vibe. I don't know if she was still getting some sort of military benefits or something. It's something like that going on with her, but she thought she could be out here doing what she want to do because of this military affiliation. And they done dropped her ass. It's something about her doing basic training out in the Midwest somewhere when she was involved in the military. But I'm going to leave it here, child, because that ass is going. And that relative, that first cousin who told your business, no worries, that grandma dealing with her. What we need to know about her real quick. It's a feminine. That grandma, childhood memories. This is your cousin, I'm telling you. She grew up hating the life that you had, the two-parent home you had too. And this was her way to get back at you. And your grandma know it. But if it doesn't apply, let it fly. Take only what resonates. Leave the rest, and I'll be back soon with another one, y'all. Peace.